Welcome, deep divers. Stepping into the vast world of cryptocurrency exchanges, well, it can feel like trying to navigate a bustling marketplace blindfolded sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. It's huge.
And when your goal is finding the perfect platform for trading, cornerstone assets like Bitcoin and Ethereum, that's a deep dive in itself.
It really is. And that's exactly why today we're trying to cut through some of that complexity.
Good.
Our deep dive is focusing squarely on the Gate.io app. We're zeroing in on its strengths, its weaknesses, specifically for Bitcoin BTC and Ethereum ETH trading.
Okay.
Our mission, really, is to distill the most critical insights from recent reviews, recent assessments, just to give you a clearer understanding of what Gate.io truly offers.
Yeah.
And importantly, whether it aligns with your trading ambitions.
That sounds like a crucial mission. For those who might not know, Gate.io isn't exactly a newcomer here, right?
Not at all. They've been operating for, well, over a decade now.
A decade, wow.
Yeah, serving millions globally. And they've definitely built a reputation partly for their really extensive selection of cryptocurrencies.
Right, that extensive selection is something you hear about. So let's unpack what makes it tick.
Let's do it.
Now, when we look at Gate.io overall, the sort of consensus seems to be it's a robust platform, often recommended, I hear, for more experienced crypto traders.
That's generally the take, yes.
But what does robust actually mean here? I mean, how far beyond just a simple buy and sell shop does it really go?
That's a great question because it goes, honestly, miles beyond. Gate.io is packed with features. You've got your standard spot trading, of course, but also more sophisticated options like margin trading, futures contracts, even earning opportunities through like staking and lending.
Okay, so a lot under the hood.
Exactly. But what truly stands out, I think, is the sheer breadth of assets. We're talking over 3,800 cryptocurrencies available.
3,800.
Yeah, well beyond just BTC and ETH. And that kind of selection, it really opens up serious portfolio diversification if you're a seasoned trader.
3,800 assets. That's an absolutely staggering number. How does that kind of breadth impact the user experience, both positively and maybe negatively, for someone just trying to focus on Bitcoin or Ethereum?
Well, for BTC and ETH traders, that breadth means incredible liquidity.
Right.
And a vast number of trading pairs. So you're almost guaranteed to find the pairing you need.
Okay.
But what's fascinating here, I think, is the sheer range of ways you can trade those core assets. Beyond straightforward spot trading, just buying and selling directly.
The basics?
The basics, yeah. You got margin trading. That lets you amplify your positions with leverage, up to 10x on Gate.io.
10x.
Then there's futures trading, where you're dealing in derivatives contracts based on future prices. More complex stuff.
Definitely. And what about copy trading? That's a feature I've seen popping up more lately. How does it work in Gate.io? And who is it really for?
Copy trading. Yeah, that's a standout benefit here, I'd say. Especially if you're maybe relatively new to active trading, or perhaps you're just looking for a more passive income stream. It basically lets you automatically mirror the trades of successful, more experienced traders on the platform.
So you just follow someone else's moves?
Pretty much. Think of it as leveraging collective wisdom.
Yeah.
You're not just guessing. You're potentially learning and earning by following proven strategies. It's interesting.
Very interesting. Okay, so beyond the sheer variety of trading options, fees are always, well, a make or break factor for active traders. How does Gate.io's fee structure stack up, especially for those frequent BTC and ETH trades?
Right, fees. Gate.io generally offers very competitive fees. For spot trades, you're typically looking at around 0.2%.
Okay, 0.2%.
But here's where it gets a bit more nuanced. They offer significant discounts if you hold their native GT token.
Ah, the platform token incentive.
Exactly. Or if your trading volumes are higher, you also get breaks. Plus, and this is always nice, there are 0 deposit fees.
Oh, that's good. No charge just to put money in.
Correct. It's a structure clearly designed to reward, active, consistent users.
Makes sense. So with all these options and competitive fees, does the app itself provide the necessary intelligence, the advanced tools you need to actually make informed decisions about your Bitcoin and Ethereum positions?
Absolutely. That's another strength, especially for the experienced crowd. The platform provides pretty comprehensive advanced charting tools, real-time market data, and customizable order placement options.
So not just basic charts.
No. These aren't just bells and whistles. They're pretty crucial for deep analysis and executing more complex strategies, which again ties back to why Gate.io often appeals more to the experienced trader.
Got it. Now, moving beyond just trading features, something that's become a huge conversation in crypto lately is trust, transparency. And I noticed Gate.io really highlighting their proof of reserves. What does that commitment actually mean for a user?
Yeah, proof of reserves. It's a really critical point about transparency, especially given, well, the industry's recent past.
Right.
Gate.io was actually one of the first exchanges to commit to 100% reserves. But what's truly insightful here, I think, is how they do it. They're not just saying they have the funds.
Right, talk is cheap.
Exactly. They're leveraging cutting-edge cryptography, specifically Merkle trees and zero-knowledge proofs to give you, the user, the power to actually verify their solvency.
Okay, Merkle trees, zero knowledge proofs. Can you break that down a bit? How does that let me verify?
So think of Merkle trees as a way to efficiently verify large sets of data.
Mm.
And zero-knowledge proofs, well, they let one party prove something is true to another party without revealing the underlying information.
Like a secret handshake.
Kind of. It means you can check that your specific funds are included in their reserves without Gate.io having to reveal everyone else's data or their total holdings in a way that could be compromised. It shifts trust from a blind leap to a verifiable fact.
That's actually really powerful, verifiable fact. That feels like a potential game changer for transparency in the space.
It's a significant move, yeah. Could redefine industry standards. Definitely a nugget for anyone watching where the industry is heading.
A unique differentiator for sure. But okay, of course, every platform has its quirks, its potential rough edges. What are some of the common user experiences that might be challenging on the Gate.io app?
Right, no platform's perfect. And if we connect this to the broader user experience, one recurring piece of feedback definitely revolves around the app's user interface.
Yeah, the UI.
Yeah. While it's incredibly feature-rich, like we discussed, many users, particularly beginners, find it can be overwhelming, not immediately intuitive,
Too many buttons, too much going on.
something like that. There have even been specific complaints, like the lack of an automatic dollar assessment when you're making purchases. It's a small detail, maybe, but it can add to frustration. It just suggests a steeper learning curve than some other platforms.
A steep learning curve, okay. And what about just getting through the front door, the verification process, KYC? That's often a sticking point. How does Gate.io handle know your customer?
That's another area where users have reported significant hurdles. The KYC verification process is frequently described as lengthy, sometimes challenging.
How challenging?
Well, some users have even reported being unable to complete verification after multiple attempts, which obviously is a major roadblock. It's a vital security step, we all know that. But for some, it's proven to be a considerable barrier to entry.
Multiple attempts and still no verification. That sounds frustrating.
Definitely.
And once you are verified, hopefully, what about ongoing support? If you run into an issue mid-trade, how responsive is Gate.io's customer service?
Well, they advertise 247 customer support.
As many do.
As many do. But some users have reported issues with long wait times and maybe overall responsiveness not always being what they hoped for.
Okay.
Another specific user complaint, which sounds particularly annoying, frankly, was about excessive push notifications.
Oh, nobody likes those.
Right. And apparently, according to this user, they couldn't be stopped without having to sign back into the app, which seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, that's odd. Those are the kinds of small friction points that can really impact the daily user experience, can't they?
They absolutely can.
All right, let's talk security. Understandably, a massive concern for anyone using a crypto platform. Gate.io has been around for a while, over a decade, you said, and the industry has certainly seen its share of breaches. How does its security record stand up today?
That's a crucial point, and it definitely requires context. Gate.io has faced historical security breaches. That's a fact, and some users will understandably weigh that heavily.
Okay.
But it's equally important to acknowledge the substantial security improvements they seem to have implemented since then. They currently hold an AA security rating from auditors like CER.live.
AA rating, that sounds pretty good.
It indicates a robust security posture, yes. And, it's also worth remembering that many major exchanges have faced similar security challenges at some point. It's often less about never having an issue and more about how they respond, adapt, and improve afterwards.
That's very helpful context. Good point. Now, are there any restrictions on who can actually use Gate.io? Thinking about our listeners, maybe in North America.
Yes, good question. There are indeed jurisdictional restrictions. It's important to be aware that Gate.io's services are not available in certain countries, and that specifically includes the US and Canada.
Okay, so US and Canadian listeners, take note. That's a key point.
A very key point.
So wrapping all of this up then, what's the bottom line for you, the listener, if you're specifically looking to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum on Gate.io?
Okay, the bottom line for BTC and ETH trading specifically. Gate.io provides an incredibly comprehensive platform. You've got that wide array of options, from simple spot buys to those more advanced leverage strategies we talked about.
Right.
Its large liquidity pool and all those altcoin listings mean that Bitcoin and Ethereum pairs are exceptionally well supported. So trading should generally be smooth and efficient.
But there's always a but, isn't there? With all that power and those features, there are some practical realities you need to be ready for if you're considering it.
Absolutely. If Gate.io is on your radar, you should definitely be prepared for what can be apparently a stringent and sometimes challenging KYC process.
Prepare for potential verification hurdles.
Exactly. And particularly if you're newer to crypto trading, be aware that the app does present a potentially steep learning curve. That's because of its immense feature set and, for some, a less than intuitive interface, especially for beginners.
So it rewards patience.
I'd say it rewards patience and definitely a willingness to explore and learn the platform.
Okay, so let me try and summarize. Gate.io emerges as a really powerful platform. Seems particularly well suited for experienced traders who are looking for those advanced tools, the competitive fees, that truly vast array of assets.
Okay.
And it's all backed by that transparent commitment to proof of reserves, which is significant.
Very significant.
However, newer users should probably be ready for potential challenges with the interface. Definitely the verification process, and just be aware of its historical security record balanced with current ratings and those key accessibility limitations, like for the US and Canada.
That sums it up well.
Yeah.
And, as you consider your own journey into cryptocurrency, this deep dive into Gate.io, it raises kind of an interesting question, I think.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
In a world that's getting full of highly specialized tools, how do you weigh advanced features and powerful capabilities against, say, ease of use, security considerations, and the learning curve required to truly master them? What balance is right for you?